Get ready to be amazed by 10 incredible scientific secrets hidden in the Quran. Let's start with Surah Al-Shams, a chapter named after the sun. We know the sun is a giant ball of mostly hydrogen and helium, right? 92% hydrogen and about 8% helium. Hydrogen's symbol is H, which sounds like Ha in Arabic. Here's the cool part. Surah Al-Shams has 15 verses, and every verse ends with the word Ha, like the hydrogen in the sun. It's the only chapter in the Quran like this. But wait, there's more. This is the 91st chapter. Scientists believe the sun formed about 91 million years after the universe began, and the closest the sun gets to Earth is 91.4 million miles away. Coincidence? You decide. In 1915, Einstein amazed everyone with his theory of relativity, which changed how we understand gravity. He said space isn't just empty, it's like a fabric that can be bent by heavy objects. Even empty space can bend. Here's the amazing thing. The Quran, written over 1400 years ago, talked about this bending idea in Surah Al-Anbiya. It says, "Remember the day when we shall roll up the sky, as the angels roll up the book of deeds, we shall return it, as we created it before. This was a promise, which was made to us. We shall surely fulfill it." That sounds a lot like Einstein's idea of bending space, something people wouldn't understand for centuries. For a long time, people thought white hair just came with age. But in 2006, scientists found out that extreme stress can also turn hair white. The Quran mentioned this over 1400 years ago. In Surah Al-Muzammil it says, "Then if you disbelieve, how will you be saved from that day which will make children old? Imagine a day so scary it turns kids' hair white." That's how powerful stress can be. The Quran knew this long before scientists did. This secret is also amazing. When astronauts go into space, then space obscures their vision, and they are unable to perceive depth. Space affects the eyes of astronauts. The Quran has mentioned this in Surah Al-Hijr, and if we open for them a gate in the sky so that they can climb into it during the day, they will say that our eyes are closed. Scientists have discovered that after death, human bones can turn into stone and iron. This is mentioned in the Holy Quran. Years ago, in the verse number 49 of Surah As-Surah, it says, "When we become bones, will we really be created anew? Yes, whether you become stone or iron." We know that the fingerprints of human fingers are the most complex part of the body. Every human's fingerprints are different. This fact has also been stated by Allah in the Holy Quran. We have the power to completely fix his fingers. Do you know? The iron we use is not from this earth. In fact, thousands of years ago from space, iron came to Earth through a meteor, which is a scientific fact. And this was explained by the Quran 1400 years ago in this way. "And we sent down iron, in it is a weapon of war, and it is beneficial for people." Allah Almighty said in Surah Al-An'am, "And whomever Allah wants to guide, He opens his heart to Islam, and whomever He leaves astray, He makes his chest very tight, as if he were climbing up to the sky by force." Pay attention to this verse. Here it is written that He makes their chest very tight, as if he were climbing up to the sky by force. Who knew 1400 years ago that when a person climbs up to the sky, he is deprived of oxygen? Due to the decrease in temperature, his chest becomes hard. Did you know that the light of the sun does not reach the bottom of the sea? The light of the sun can only reach 200 meters in the sea, but if this is true, then how do animals living in the deep sea survive? Allah Almighty has also mentioned this in the Holy Quran, that Allah Almighty gives light in the sea even where man cannot see His hand. Today, science has discovered that there are such creatures in the depths of the sea which produce light. These are called biological minds. The water we use is not the water of this world. This water came to this world thousands of years ago through a meteor. Several geochemical studies have revealed this. I wish people would have read the Quran first. Allah Almighty says in the Quran, "And we send down water from the sky in a measure, and then we cause it to freeze in the earth, and indeed, we are able to take it back." Do you know that Allah has also mentioned in the Quran the number of chromosomes of man and animals? In the Quran Surah Az-Zulzilah, the word man comes before 46 letters. You will be surprised to know that there are also 46 chromosomes in the human body. Similarly, in this surah, the word monkey comes before 48 letters. In the body of a monkey, 48 chromosomes. In this surah, the word bee comes before 16 letters. In the body of a bee, 16 chromosomes. In this surah, the word horse comes before 64 letters. In the body of a horse, 64 chromosomes. In this surah, the word camel comes before 74 letters. There are 74 chromosomes in the body of a camel. Allah Almighty has said in the Quran that in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the night and the day, there are signs for those who understand. There is no such book in the world, in each sentence of which so many secrets are hidden. 1400 years ago, it was impossible for a human being to write such a book. Only the one who created everything can tell this. And this book is certainly from my Lord. You have not yet understood the pattern of the Quran. The pattern of the Quran is so amazing that after listening to it, your senses will be blown away. We will talk about it in detail in the next video, so subscribe now.